I have recently been asked what's up with Bobby the Barbarian. Should I be using him? He has the ability Swing for the Fences that can increase your damage against the target by up to 5% along with the companion. This on paper looks pretty good. However, if it is exactly what it says, then it would only give the damage to you and not, say, other party members. So let's check him out, and should you then be using him or not? First, let's go and check his damage output, say in single target against those bosses. We find, unfortunately, he's not great. Like 25,000 DPS, that puts him at about rank 103 compared to all of these others with this single target damage test. And then checking out his multi-target damage, he can do fairly decent. And we find he'll be like rank 12 versus all these ones, but still quite far away from the top. So this Swing for the Fences ability better be good to make up for that. Well, checking that ability, we can see he'll make his club glow, he'll swing at the target and put the debuff on the boss. However, it states it will only give the damage boost to himself and his summoner. You'll also see him give you that buff, Swing for the Fences, while the debuff is on the boss. Very nicely, it does work. We can see it increasing our damage there by 5% as it is a debuff. We go from 15,193 per hit up to 15,953 per hit. And that's in the combat log here. You'll also note that exactly just there when you're attacking your target on a character that has stabilized stats. But we want to find out, most importantly, whether this ability can actually be used to support your team. Because as per the tooltip, it says it can only be for you and your companion, meaning it's technically not a team support buff, which does mean you might just be better off going with one of these. They can actually increase your allies' stats, increasing their damage output. Not to mention Drit's actually just raw increasing everybody's damage by 3% multiplicative. But let's jump over and test. Can this ability be used to buff up somebody else? So we see the debuff is now on the dummy just there, and we have somebody else attacking that dummy, and we can check the damage output, and there appears exactly to be no change. It is unfortunate, but the ability does not work to increase anybody else's damage except the summoner. So I guess it is working as per the tooltip, which in this case is unfortunate. Also, he has a bit of an issue with causing the plants to go all over the place. Something the devs could fix on that if they watch this. Oh dear. Just to double check, we did invite this person to the party, and we can see they do not obtain the buff, whereas I do, and confirming with the damage, no gain there at all. Also, if I gain that buff and attack, say, a different dummy versus the companion, I will not gain increased damage against this target. I have to be actually targeting the dummy which got hit by Swing for the Fences attack and then has that debuff. So it's only good in single target. So ultimately, that 5% damage debuff works. About a 33% uptime, and considering other debuffs and uptime, you would gain about 1% total damage. So it's just not worth it to use over any other companion that could give 30,000 DPS or more, as those will deal about 10% of your overall damage, and then you can get ones even up to 40,000 or higher. And that damage difference from 25,000 to 30,000 is going to be contributing overall more damage than just what Bobby can provide you. And yes, only the summoner gains the damage boost, regardless if the other players are in your party or not. So he is unfortunately not a companion you should be using, and the devs could absolutely update him. My suggestion would be to make this 100% uptime. I would either have it give like a 10% debuff or leave it at 5% but allow everybody to benefit from this, not just the summoner. So he is unfortunately a little bit of missed potential. Not a companion I would advise going for. He is pretty cool if you want to have him from just the comics, and will most likely be able to get the whole gang at some point. But once again, thanks for watching. A special thank you to all these channel members, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.